And welcome to Berkshire Hathaway.
I understand that in the room adjacent that Charlie has been conducting a little insurgency campaign. I don't know whether you've seen these, but these are the buttons that are available for those of you who you keep asking questions about succession, and Charlie wants to answer that question by getting your vote today. So it says, this one says, maturity, experience, why accept second best? Vote for Charlie. The real thing is to buy stock, repurchase shares, only when you think you're doing it at a price where the remaining shareholders are worth more the moment after you repurchased it than they were the moment before.
Warren, you have been a long-time outspoken Democrat. How do you think about your own politics as a fiduciary of our company?
My position at Berkshire is not to be used to further my own political beliefs, but my own political beliefs can be expressed as a person, not as a representative of Berkshire, when the campaign is important. I will just say I'm a card-carrying capitalist, but I believe we wouldn't be sitting here except for the market system and the rule of law and some things that are embodied in this country. So you don't have to worry about me changing in that manner, but I also think that capitalism does involve regulation. It involves taking care of people who are left behind, particularly when the country gets enormously prosperous. You know anything about 5G? I don't know. But you probably know a lot about 5G.
No, I know very little about 5G. But I do know a little about China. And we have bought things in China, and my guess is we'll buy more.
There has been a lot written about the recent impairment charge at Kraft Heinz. Clearly, major retail chains are being more aggressive in developing house brands.
Kraft Heinz is still doing very well operationally, but we paid too much. We paid $50 billion. It would have been a different business. It'd still be earning the same amount. You can turn any investment into a bad deal by paying too much. What you can't do is turn any investment into a good deal by paying little, which is sort of how I started out in this world. The people making the decision on Amazon are absolutely much value investors as I was when I was looking around for all these things selling below working capital years ago. So that has not changed.
We're not the most flexible, probably, in the whole world. And of course, if something as extreme as this internet development happens and you don't catch it, why, other people are going to blow by you. And I don't mind not having caught Amazon early, but I feel like a horse's ass for not identifying Google better. I think Warren feels the same way.
Yeah.
We screwed up.
He's saying we blew it. Yeah.
We can see in our own operations how well that Google advertising was working, and we just sat there sucking our thumbs.
Right.
So we're ashamed. We atone. We're trying to atone. Maybe Apple was atonement.
When he says sucking our thumbs, I'm just glad he didn't use some other example.
I want to know, is there any way that kids can develop the delayed gratification skill?
I think there's a lot to be said for doing things that bring you and your family enjoyment rather than trying to save every dime. So I advise delayed gratification is not necessarily an unqualified course of action under all circumstances. I always believed in spending 2 or 3 cents out of every dollar I earned, saving the rest. You don't see a correlation between happiness and money beyond a certain place. So don't go overboard on delayed gratification.
Your vice chairman is getting new social distinction. I've been invited during this gathering to go to a happy hour put on by the Bitcoin people. And I've tried to figure out what the Bitcoin people do in their happy hour, and I finally figured it out. They celebrate the life and work of Judas Iscariot.
I like our Apple holdings very much. I mean, it is our largest holdings. And actually, what hurts in the case of Apple is that the stock has gone up. And we'd much rather have the stock. And I'm not proposing anything be done about it, but we'd much rather have the stock at a lower price so we could buy more stock.